Hello and welcome to Your Thoughts in the Green Room with your host, Jeff Mays. This week's topic is on changing streams or managing life. Big topic. Anyway, I was sitting down with a friend of mine a couple weeks ago, Ryan Fisher, very talented photographer and actor. If you are looking for photography for headshots, for wedding shoots, for boudoir shoots, or for specialized projects and commissions, you contact Rainy Fresh Pictures. Ryan Fisher, right there. Follow that link, ladies and gentlemen. Bam, there it is. What were Ryan and I talking about that led to this week's blog? We were talking about the idea that as artists, we never seem to have enough income, and more importantly, the income needs to be generated from other sources for so long before we're doing our craft. There are very few artists that either one of us know who survive solely off of their craft. Every other artist that we know, running around like a chicken with its head cut off, trying to make ends meet so they can go and pursue what they want to do with their craft. Multiple part-time jobs, so they've got limited free time, and any limited free time that's done is left with filled up with trying to do their craft, which basically means all the artists we know run around working 6-7 days a week from dusk till dawn and never feel like they're getting ahead because the money challenge is in their way. We were discussing this and we thought it's time to change streams. The first breakdown on it from my perspective is the idea that as artists, the status quo seems to be, yes, I'll do that. Yes, I'll do that. Oh my gosh, I can make another dollar so I can make my rent payment. I'll do it. And the next thing you know, you're booked up and your time is run short and you're run ragged. And we get into this habit because it seems to be the status quo. It's a generalized statement. I make a lot of those on this vlog. I know that. But if you're one of those artists who's running around without thought and just grabbing whatever you can, stop the freaking madness! Seriously. Ryan and I were talking, and the second point that came up was this idea of we don't treat our life as a business. We just ramble through it. We treat our careers as businesses, and we do everything we can to push through them. We treat our day jobs as businesses, and we do whatever we can to keep them. But our life management, our ability to take care of ourselves, is this afterthought. And from that idea came this concept of changing streams. Treat yourself like a business, with part of the goal, or one of the goals, being generating time to have for your craft and time for yourself. The same way you schedule activity in business to grow, schedule life to grow. How do you do that? Well, first, you sit down and you've got to figure out what it is you really want. Talked to a couple people about this lately, and what you want, well, it's no longer the craft because they're tired of the pursuit, or they recognize that it's not quite for them because of all the extra things. Yes, doing the acting is awesome, or the painting is amazing, but to get there, not worth it anymore. There are other goals. Feel free to change your goals, ladies and gentlemen. Sit down and figure out what you want. When you figured out what you wanted, how do you get there? What do you have to do to make it? Here's an example. I talked to one of my friends, and he put down on paper all of his work that he's doing. Job A, job B, job C, he's all over the place. Crazy. Schedule's crazier than mine. And he realized that if he dedicated 10 extra hours to one of those jobs, he could quit job B. He's no longer working at job B. He's increased his free time by something like 18, 19 hours a week because he's not working job B. And he's got more income because job A that he committed the 10 hours to paid him more than job B. All it did was take the time to sit down. You're getting the idea. And as a result of that, he's got free time. And now he's taking the free time and managing that so that he's dedicating time for his craft in there. It's an interesting concept that artists don't do, in my opinion. And of course, they're always my opinions. It's my vlog. Blah! And with that fact, ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you to sort it out for yourselves. If you are one of those artists who's running around like a chicken with their head cut off, and you never seem to have free time, and you can't make it out with your friends because you've always got to work, it's time to take a look at changing streams and figuring out if you can make it more viable. Your challenge, Sit down with yourself. Figure out what it is you truly want. Then take a look at the way that you run around and figure out where you can cut out things so you've got time to manage what you really want. Here's your challenge and your thoughts from the Green Room this week. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you next week with another installment of Thoughts from the Green Room.